everybody talks about building your personal brand, great. Like, you should always, you know, you're a brand, you're a product, you know what I mean? Every decision you make, you got to think about how that'll affect how people will want to work with you, future relationships, who you want to align with. Like, if you're talking shit about a certain group of people and you hope to be in an industry that they're running, you might not want to talk shit about them, you know what I mean? So make sure your actions, your thoughts, your words align with where you want to go in the future. But I always wanted to build like an actual brand, not a personal brand. Because when you build a personal brand, you are the brand. It's a hustle, it's not a business. When you're not there, game over. One of the biggest personal brands in the game when I was down here was Wes Watson. Wes Watson's in jail right now, he can't get out, so who's running his business? No one, because no one can run his business because no one's Wes Watson. When I'm not at RAW305, Miro runs RAW305, Adrian runs RAW305, fucking whoever else is working here will run RAW305. It'll be held to the same standard as when I'm here. There's a lot of people that don't know I own this gym. They don't know anything about me at all, period. Most people do know, and they associate me with the gym, and I am the brand that helped it grow through my story. So it's always going to be hand in hand. But I always wanted something that I could step away from and be like, here you go. I don't like all the attention, all the talking to the camera every day. I do it all day, every day, because I understand that's something that has to happen for me to get to where I want to go. But do I like this? No. Do I want to every day have to talk to the camera? No. Do I want you to see all my business and where I'm at all the time? And no, I don't want to do that shit. But I understand for where I want to go right now, I have to do that shit. That's why you see me all day, every day in your face documenting this whole journey, this whole process. So when I'm at this level, I can show you, this is how I got there. You saw every step. I documented every step. I didn't lie. I didn't cheat. I didn't cut a corner. You saw everything. So to me, that's why brand over personal brand all day long. Especially when you get over, when you start to have your relationship, your kids, your family, you don't want to be in front of camera all day. They don't want to be in front of camera all day. Like, that's just not the thing, you know what I mean? A lot of these dudes have big egos and they want to be the man and this and that, and they want all the attention. Yeah, that's great. I want the bread. I want the freedom. I want the freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want. I mean, that's where discipline comes, because when you're disciplined enough to do everything that you're supposed to do and handle your business, then you'll have the freedom to do whatever you want. That's why I'm always, this book right here, How to Build a Brand, Bigger Story. You know, I have a great story. That's why people fuck with me. That's why it catches their attention. They love the drugs, the guns, the prison stories. America loves a comeback story. That's why they love me, and that's why I called it Raw. I am Raw. I am the brand. I am everyone that joins is kind of like me, and you know, because that's what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm building something that has a standard. It's known for being the best of the best. So anyone who comes in here, they gotta hold that standard, but it doesn't have to just be me. Like, that's the best part about this shit. I can disappear for 2-3 weeks and no one's gonna ever, you know what I mean? So yeah, I would say build a brand, you know what I mean? Not your personal brand, because again, like, it's just a hustle, it's not a business. If you can't be removed, then it's not a business, it's just a hustle. So you know when you go to Raw, you're gonna get the best training there is. High quality training, great environment, good community, high level individuals. You know that's what you're getting no matter who's here. But like a lot of these dudes, a lot of these coaches, especially, like, what are they selling you? Most of these coaches nowadays are just selling you on how to sell to other coaches. They're selling marketing. They're selling how to sell a program. And to me, that's bullshit. That's like the stock market, Wall Street. You know what I mean? They're selling futures and ideas. I've been watching about how much fraud from the beginning of time makes up the stock market, because there's no services being exchanged. When you're trying to make money off just, oh yeah, I'm going to teach you. No, like, what are you teaching me exactly? Like, what am I learning? What's the service? That's why a lot of these people, I get the coaching. If you're going to teach me how to provide a service, you're going to teach me roofing. Okay, boom, I'm going to go to a roofer. You teach me how to computers, I'm gonna go to an AI programmer. If you're teaching me how to social media, like how to film products and type and whatever else there is with social media, like whoever's one of the best in the game, I'll go from them. So again, like, these coaches are just out here selling how to be coaches, and to me, that's crazy. Like, what's the service? What are we providing? Based off my life experiences in business, in being a father, in going to prison, in losing my business, getting another one, through becoming a trainer, doing calisthenics in prison every day, to doing the weight training with RTS, to doing yoga, to doing Pilates, to doing, you know what I mean? I've soaked up so much game in so many different places that now I can share that with you. And I can share it in the form of a course where I give you videos that explain why we do this, what it is, how it affected my life, how it affects your life. Hours long of videos that I actually give you. That's why the only coach that I signed up with that actually did something like that was John Mark. You know what I mean? He gives you videos after videos after videos. It's almost like you're taking a class online. So that's what I want to do too. Like, okay, I'm gonna have morning routine, the this, the that all the coaches do, and like the mindset and the, but I'm actually giving you tangible things that you can grab and touch and look at and refer to when you're, you know what I mean? On top of the just talking back and forth with me. So at the end of the day, like, build a product, build a service, that you can be removed from and you still make money and still known for being elite. It's a standard. Building a personal brand is great, but that's just a hustle. And unless you want to be hustling all day, every day, you're stuck. Feel me?